And now we're just gonna we're gonna smash everything. We're gonna kind of let them just cook a little bit. And we're gonna smash them down. And we're gonna get them nice. Let them start cooking a little bit. I need to get that onion kind of under there. Get them down. And we're gonna continue to smash them. But we're gonna get some seasoning on them. Let them things get nice and cooked on top of those onions. Wash and season the Vevor 36-inch griddle day has come, y'all. So we're finally made it to where we can wash my new griddle. We can get it seasoned up because it's just time. I've been wanting to use this thing, and it's like life has just really got in the way, and I cannot seem to get caught up. So I know it's a controversial thing, but we are going to use some light soap and water. I have just a little bit of soap, a little bit of warm water, and we're going to just use a regular dish rag, and we're going to wash as much of that cosmoline stickiness that came off. You can see where the paper was stuck to it. If you can see all these lines in here, you can see where it doesn't feel as sticky as it did because the paper's been off of it for about a week, and it still hasn't rusted, so that's good. But now it's time to get this thing cleaned up and get it heated up, and we're going to be using I know it's not the same brand, but we're going to be using the griddle seasoning from another company because that's all I could find. And you can use whatever you want, tallow, vegetable oil, bacon grease, whatever you want. But we're going to get this thing just with some warm soapy water. We're just going to wipe it down good because we're going to be heating all of this up shortly. So just make sure you get as much of that cosmoline oil, waxy stuff off. And then we're gonna, we'll get it rinsed off with nothing but clean water. And then we'll start heating, and we'll start putting our, we're just gonna keep washing a little bit until we've got it completely clean. And then we're gonna wipe it off with some regular clean hot water is all we're gonna do. I'm gonna get the outside edges as well. We'll be wiping down everything again once we're finished and we get ready for that first cook. But just take your time and just get it all nice and clean. All right, so now we're just gonna use some just straight water, get as much of that soap off as we can, and then we're just gonna dry it with some paper towels. We'll dump out the little grease trap right there. We're just making sure that we're getting the majority of this, the soapy water off. And then we're gonna move on to heating up. We're gonna get our first, we're gonna get it dry first. We're gonna heat up enough that it dries. And then we're gonna start putting our seasoning on. You can use shop towels for this if you want. We're just gonna kind of make sure I don't really see anything left on it. And we're gonna start heating up. We're gonna let it heat up, let it dry everything out good. And then we're gonna start applying our seasoning. It's gonna take 3 to 5 times the season. So it's gonna be a lot of between, because that's gonna take anywhere from probably 5 to 15 minutes, depending on when it quits smoking. So let's get everything turned on and get everything heating up. All right, so now we're gonna make sure that nothing's on here. We've got it dried off with some paper towels. You can use shop towels, whatever you want. Make sure there's nothing sticky. We got a little bit in that corner. Not a whole lot though. We're not gonna be cooking in the very, very, very corner. So I like it. So we're gonna get everything, we're gonna get the gas turned on, make sure all of these are off. Then we're gonna turn our gas on. And this will be the first time that we have started this up. 4 burners. All right, so we're gonna get everything on about medium. We're gonna let it do its thing, and we're gonna let it completely turn color. Now I do like this one because it has adjustable feet, so we can eventually take my level or eyeball with some water and get everything that runs into this corner that goes right into that trap. So I do really like that. So let's give it time to heat up and change colors, and then we're gonna start applying this with some paper towels and some tongs. Get a good even coat every time, 3 to 5 times. All right, I don't know if you can see the color now, but we're getting all of that rainbow color on that cast iron. Woo, really, really, really hot, let me tell y'all. I mean, hot. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna cut down to low. I'm gonna go ahead, cut them all down to low, and then we're gonna cut them back up to medium once we get our first coat on. Now I'm gonna use just some paper towels and my tongs, kind of like so, kind of make a little, you know, a little rubber. A little scrubber rubber right there is what we're gonna do. We're gonna take our griddle. This is gonna take, they said about 3 tablespoons per time. I'm just kind of guesstimating. So we're gonna put one here, another one right here, and then they're gonna kind of run this way, run to the middle, and we're gonna just grab our paper towel, and we're gonna make sure that we're getting all this oil and all that smoke everywhere without letting it run into our little tray over here. And we're gonna get our first coat on, and we gotta let it go until it does not smoke anymore. Okay, you're looking for a light coat, and you wanna get that light coat up on the sides, in the corners, get it everywhere, because we wanna get that cast iron coated all over multiple times and get this sealed off really good. Now the reason I'm using the actual seasoning is because I wanted that quote unquote, supposedly those polymers or whatever that seals this stuff for the first time. I will not use this anymore, and I will not be putting soap on here anymore, or I say I'm not. Y'all, this is hot. Ooh, it's hot. So take your time, get it covered, get that nice even coat on them. You don't want to take it all off, but you don't really want to leave it either. And just get that stuff all up in there nice and neat. Then we're going to let it burn off. That's probably going to take anywhere from 7 to 10 minutes to get that burnt off. And then we're going to repeat the process as many times as I can with this bottle that I have. And there we go. First one down. Let's let it smoke off, and then we'll do round number 2. All right, so we're on to round 2. I don't think it's going to take as much. I think I put too much the first time, so we're going to put 2 dollops this time. Because we want to make sure we get to do this a few times. And it got some really nice color. It finally quit smoking. And we're just going to make sure we get all of this around. I can see I missed a few spots here, and I want to get on the outside as well, all the way around. Go ahead and make our little mess there, because I want to make sure that the outside is good and nicely coated too. We're going to get the back side in just a minute. Whew, talk about smoking. And this thing does get hot. I mean, it gets real hot. So take your time. We're going to let that, it does take a little while to let them kind of to stop smoking. When it finally gets fully hot enough throughout the whole thing, it will stop. We're going to get this on the back side too. Make sure we coat everything that we can see. We're not going to get the bottom, but we're going to coat everything that we can see good. I don't really mind if I get it on there some. I can always wipe that off. And we're going to coat. And like I said, we're going to do this 3 to 5 times. We're going to use every bit of that stuff. And then from now on, we'll be using our bacon grease or our regular oils, whatever we're cooking with at the time. It's going to be so nice and pretty, y'all. So you just keep working at it and just keep taking your time until you're completely done. As you can see, if you don't watch it, we do have the fans running. It's hot out here, y'all, and we're getting a couple little pieces of stuff flying around in the air that I'm trying to get to move at least to one corner, or if I can get it with like that with my little paper towel or something. Make sure there's no more floating around on here. I'm thinking like one good spoon is going to work good on all of this. It gives me enough that I feel like I'm doing a really good job of spreading it out nice and thin. We're going to get that on up, get that heat back up, and we're going to just get this spread around everywhere again. So this is number 3. Number 3, we're just making sure we do some long, even strokes. Try to get as pretty as we can, as thin as we can. And I'm getting my corners every time. Making sure, because we don't want this thing to rust. We want to make sure that it keeps that good cooking color. And you're not going to get that good flavor until you start cooking with your tallow or your bacon up or your bacon grease, whatever you have. Now we're going to go ahead and we're going to do one more time on the outside as well. See if we don't drip too much. While it's good and hot, we're going to try to see if we can not make that much of a mess, if I can help it. And we're going to just kind of go around here. I'll probably change paper towel. I don't know, I may not. This seems to be doing a good job. This set of paper towels seems to have worked out pretty good. And we're still dripping, and we still got some seasoning on it. So we're gonna let that sit there again, 1 more minute. Let it do it smoking again, and we'll move on to number 4. Number 4, y'all. So now we're gonna half up what we have left, you know, give or take. I'm gonna plop that down right there. I'm gonna use the same one, and we're gonna just let that melt. Let it just keep melting. And we're just gonna be Picasso. We're gonna be Picasso with this. Y'all, this is not rocket science. It does not take a lot to do this, so don't think that you can't. It's very easy. Look, there's so many videos out there that you're gonna see, wrong ways, right ways, wrong ways, whatever you wanna call them. People's gonna tell you, no, that ain't the good thing to do. No, don't do that. Don't listen to all that. Just get your stuff done so you can get to cooking, y'all. Sophie's over there with them. I think they call that backwards sneezing, reverse sneezing in a dog. I think that's what they call that. All right, so we're gonna get the outside again. I got a lot in here, so we're gonna take our time, and it will start dripping if you don't watch it, if you don't move fast enough. Then I'm having to wipe it off of my griddle. All right, so we got number 4 on. Let it smoke. Let it finish. The smoke will eventually go way down each time. I've still got it on medium. We've just been running on medium the whole time. It looks like it's going to take about an hour for me to do all of this and the video itself. Sitting here working on videos, drinking a cold beer, you know, and just enjoying this, because I am so ready to cook on the Vevor 36-inch griddle, y'all. I hope y'all try one of these out. I will link this griddle in my description of the video, so y'all check that out. Let's get this one burned off, and let's get number 5 on and get finished. All right, number 5. Number 5. Last of the seasoning. We're going to use it all this time. So we're going to put down a big dollop here. We're going to get as much out of here as we can. I like 5 times. Seems like a good amount. I didn't know if this one little jar would actually have enough, but it does. So we're going to make sure that we get all of this on one more time. All right, so just get it rubbed in nice and neat. Work around those edges to those corners. This is the last time. So we want to make sure that we got everything nice and good. Don't do like me and try to touch that thing when it's that hot, because it was really, really, really hot. Really hot. Nice thin coat. Get those edges really good. That outside is just as important to keep from rusting up as well. These top edges. Get all of that. Work your way around. And when it quits smoking, we're going to cut the heat off. And we're going to let everything just kind of cure, and it'll be done. Be ready for cooking. And we'll use our whatever oil we like on the very last one. So that is it. Number 5 down. So let's watch it. Let it quit smoking, and we'll come back and we'll take a look at the final product. We got the 5th and final time done. I think it came out pretty good. It's not perfect, but the cooking process of cooking on it and more oil and cleaning it and stuff is gonna help with that. I only burnt my finger one time. I got what's left of a piece of ice. Burnt my finger grabbing the hot, don't grab the hot paper towel because it is hot even though it's not on the thing. Really, really cool to do this. Kind of like a cast iron skillet. I hope y'all enjoyed this. I hope I was very informative. I hope you'll not think that this is like building a watch or something. It's just seasoning a cast iron griddle. So get yours today from the link from the description, and get yours seasoned up and get some great cooking recipes going and get ready for springtime, y'all. And this Vevor 36-inch griddle actually folds up when you remove this shelf. The legs fold in, those actually go down and out, and this thing goes into a caddy just like you would a piece of luggage, and you take that to your next tailgate, camping, family gathering, or wherever. So y'all check out the Vevor 36-inch griddle. I'm Craig with the Bickums. Give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed the video, subscribe to my channel, and make sure you share the video with somebody that may be thinking about getting a griddle today. See you on the next video.